Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, from the book First Flight. And the poet of the poem is Leslie Norris. Here is the photograph of Leslie Norris. And he was born in the year 1921 on 21st of May in the United Kingdom. And he is a famous Welsh poet and short story writer. He taught at academic institutions in Britain and United States of America, and he is considered one of the most important Welsh writers of the post-war period, and he died in the year 2006 on 6th of April in the United States of America. The basic objective of this poem, the poet tries to make the student understand the importance of freedom, to understand the dangers of deforestation and its negative impact on wild animals, and to understand that all animals will be happy only in their natural habitat. The poet tries to give a short difference between the freedom and bondage, and here is a photographs of two different conditions. In the first photograph, tiger is in a free conditions, and in the second photograph, the tiger is in a caged condition. The first stage of the poem, he stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on patch of velvet quiet in his quiet race. Important word meaning. Stalks means follows or walks, vivid, having deep bright color, stripes, long narrow veins, edge. Here pose of the tiger, rage, violent, uncontrollable anger, quite silent. Explanations of this bird. The tiger moves up and down of his cage. The stripes on his body are of strong bright color. The tiger moves quietly on his velvet pads. He is full of rage but is quiet because he is in a caged conditions. In the first photograph here you can see that the tiger is in a caged condition, and the pose of the tiger, while the tiger walks it doesn't produce any kind of sound because the pose of the tiger is covered with fur. And the second stanza, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the waterhole where plump deer pass. Important word meaning. Lurking means lying hidden in order to attack. Sliding means moving very slowly. Plump means fat. Explanations of this part. Looking at the imprisoned tiger, the poet is filled with pity. He says that the poor tiger should have been in his natural habitat. Then, at this point, he should have been lying in the shadows of trees and sliding quietly through the long grass. There, near the waterhole, he would be waiting for some fat deer to pass that way. Thus, he would be lying there in expectation of a heavy feast. Here is a photograph of a waterhole in a forest. A waterhole simply means that a water body inside the forest. Stanza 3. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, burying his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the villages. Snarling means makes an angry warning sound. Burying means exposing, uncovering, or showing. Fangs means long sharp teeth. Edge means border. Here is the explanation. Here the poet imagines that the tiger would be growling at the edge of jungles near some villages. He would be showing his white fangs and claws while moving here and there. He would thus become a cause of terror for the villagers. The poet here gives a hint that if we destroy the natural habitat of tigers or other wild animals, they will be forced to turn to our towns and villages for their food. Here you can see the sharp teeth of the tiger. Stanza 4. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring the visitors. Explanations of this part. The poet says the tiger is locked in a concrete cell in the zoo. In spite of all his strength, he is now lies imprisoned behind the bars. Very slowly and silently, he moves up and down along the length of the cage. He takes no note of the visitors who come to the zoo to have a look at him. As the tiger cannot show its ferociousness to others, so it ignores the visitors. He thinks the visitors as his enemies. Stranger number 5. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Patrolling means keeping watch over by regularly walking or traveling around it. And explanations of this part is while in a zoo, the tiger doesn't get rest during the day because of the visitors. Even at night, she remains disturbed due to the noise of patrolling cars. At night, he stares towards twinkling stars with his glowing eyes. Perhaps he thinks about his fate. Here is the photograph, the bright eyes, brilliant eyes of the tiger. Thank you for watching this video.